What's going on, everyone? I'm Mr. Martian, and welcome back to my Happy Every Pokemon series. Continuing with the National Index, we have number 6, the fan favorite Charizard. Our favorite not dragon is unfortunately in the rarely used tier, but can be very effectively used in every tier above that, including Ubers. First up, base stats. Charizard has a base stat total of 534, and while that is a lot, it also has a lot of it in its inferior's physical attack stat of 84. Instead, you want to invest in Charizard's special attack and its speed, which are 109 and 100 respectively. Now, it's very good that it's fast because, like so many others, it is a victim of the fast and frail group. It has 74 in defense and HP, and not much better, with a mere 85 in special defense. Not the frailest, but it could be bulkier. Now, of course, the next thing we look at is Charizard's typing of fire and flying. Charizard is infamous for having a quad weakness to Stealth Roar, but it doesn't stop there. Charizard is also weak to water and electric, although setting up the sun helps cancel out the water weakness. As for resistances, we have a lot more. Charizard quad resists both bug and grass, as well as being completely unaffected by ground moves. Charizard has a lot of really good stab moves, as well as some pretty solid coverage moves. Some Charizards don't run a flying stab, but Air Slash and Hurricane are the best flying stabs that Charizard gets. Charizard also tends to run Roost for recovery, sometimes Defog as a dedicated lead-in RU, where it can check most hazard setters, and then Toxic switch in like Jellicent and Rhydon. The set also runs Blaze, so it doesn't lose HP when checking Ninetales. For its Fire Stab, it can run Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Overheat to Oko, Slowbro, and Offensive Incineroar, and Weather Ball on dedicated Sun teams. Obviously, Heat Wave is preferred in doubles due to the fact that it hits both enemy Pokemon. As you can see, Charizard is not lacking in Fire-type moves. But what about coverage? Charizard is not lacking good coverage moves is options like Scorching Sands, 18 Power, Dragon Pulse, Focus Blast, Solar Beam, and Toxic. So now let's take all those wonderful moves and put them into some movesets for Charizard. For this section, we'll be going by tier, starting in Ubers and going all the way down to RU. In Ubers, Charizard runs probably its most dangerous set, with a combination of Fire Blast, Hurricane, Dragon Pulse, and your choice of Focus Blast or Solar Beam. Instead, run Solar Power with your choice of Life Orb for maximum damage, or Heavy Duty Boots for safe entry against Stealth Rock. This set is obviously a Sun Sweeper, and it works well paired with the right Pokemon. Obviously, Torkoal or Ninetales is required to set up the Sun. Next up is OU, where Charizard has the smallest niche, and that is a Sun Sweeper with Solar Power. This set can Oko and 2-Ko almost the entire OU roster. Weather Ball and Overheat, giving Charizard reliable Fire-type moves, make switching into Charizard a very difficult task. Focus Blast also gives Charizard some strong coverage against its biggest check, Tyranitar. Finally is Roost, so that Charizard can continue his wall-breaking destructive power even after some chip damage. This set obviously is a solar powered ability. The optimal item is Choice Specs. And Charizard's biggest playground is UU, where it demolishes any Pokemon in its path with its solar power and Choice Specs. Once again, we're running the Weather Ball and Overheat combo along with Scorching Sands for updates and Roost for longevity. It is important that this set runs Stealth Rock on one of Charizard's allies, as well as being able to remove rocks with Rapid Spin to avoid getting rid of your own rocks using defog. Torkoal is the best partner for Charizard in Yu-Yu. It can set up rocks with other moves opposed rocks with rapid speed. And finally is RU, where Charizard acts as a dedicated lead that checks most stealth rock setters and defogs them away. This set unsurprisingly runs Fire Blast, Defog, Roost, and Toxic to cripple on whatever switches into Charizard after the rock setter has died. This set, while rather boring, is a good reason to use Charizard in RU. So now that we have our set, let's devise a team that will cleave through anyone that stands in our way. Since Charizard can be effectively used in a lot of tiers, I've chosen to make this set in Yu-Yu, Charizard's most destructive form. We'll be using the Yu-Yu set that I described earlier, running Weather Ball, Overheat, Scorching Sands, and Roost. As I also stated earlier, the best Sun setter to go along with this set is Torkoal, running Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Eruption, and Earth Power. Next up is our Chlorophyll user, Shiftry. The set runs Double Grass Dub with Solar Blade and Leaf Blade, as well as Knockoff and Brick Break. You can run a variety of items including Life Orb, Choice Band, and Assault Vest. Next up we have two dragons in the forms of Noivern and Flygon. Noivern runs Air Slash, Dragon Pulse, Heat Wave, and Boom Burst. Flygon runs Rage Earthquake, U-Turn, Dragon Claw, along with Choice Scarf to help it revenge kill anything that withstands their Pokemon. Final Pokemon may seem odd, but has a purpose. That Pokemon is Vaporeon, which can deal with water type moves with its water absorbability, as well as kill dragons with its powerful Ice Beam. Its other moves are Hydro Pump, Shadow Ball, and Flip Turn to give momentum. Its low speed makes it difficult for revenge killing, but that's not its job. The link is in the description. Finally, we have Charizard's Gigantamax form. When Charizard Gigantamaxes, the normal max Flare, which sets up the sun, is replaced with G-Max Wildfire, which deals damage to all non-fire type Pokemon on the opposite side of the field. Take 1/6 or about 16% of their max HP at the end of every turn for 4 turns. Just like with Venusaur, this is considerably better than normal max move. And that concludes the second installment of my How to Use Every Pokemon series. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it useful. And with that I say, goodbye.